Hello, welcome back.
Welcome back. How are you? Welcome back to A Message From. I guess we should start saying the name of the podcast at the beginning.
We need to become professionals. Welcome back to A Message From. It's Edward and Allison. We're back for a third episode. Thanks for being with us. I'm great. It's Saturday morning. It's sunny. It's freezing outside, but it's sunny. So it's the little things.
Well, that's good. It is. I think it's quite warm here today. I haven't been outside for reasons we'll get into later. But it's sunny currently, and then it's cloudy, and it's a bunch of things. A lot of things.
What a day.
What a day. What a day. How's your week been?
I feel like this was the longest week, but at the same time, it flew by. Yesterday was a wild day. So much happened work-wise. So I'm happy it's the weekend.
Yeah, I'm very TGI. Well, it's not Friday. It's Saturday when we're recording this. But Tuesday when you're listening.
Yesterday was very TGIF.
Yeah. True. Yeah, it's been an interesting week.
As I know, but share with everyone else what's going on.
Yes, it is day 5 or day 6 of legitimate quarantine, which is very fun. One of our roommates, one of my flatmates, has tested positive for coronavirus.
Oh.
So that's very fun. But everyone's negative now, and we're just waiting it out.
That's really good news that no one else got it. And of course, that your flatmate's doing okay.
Yeah. Of course, yeah. All that jazz, which is true. But it's been interesting being home all the time. Obviously, like, because we talked about it. But like, in Europe, I went through a very strict lockdown situation, which is different than the quarantine situation in my mind, because like, the lockdown, we could, you're in your house, you can like do whatever you want. But like this quarantine situation is like the call is coming from inside the house. Like you can't go anywhere except your room. So it's a little different. But all in all, no big complaints. We're all safe, healthy, and I don't really have to do any work.
Yeah, that's the important thing, that you're all safe and healthy. And then that you don't have to do any work.
I thought you were going to say that I didn't do any work.
That's the important thing. Yeah. You don't have to do any work. Minimal.
I did do some work.
You did.
I made a video for first grade where we reviewed it was for second grade, natural science vocabulary, which you were privy to with your own 2 eyes. Maybe I'll post some of it on the Instagram.
Post it on the Instagram, because I would love to hear people's opinions on this. I think it's wild that you are teaching second graders, first of all, a second language, because that's not super common here. And second of all, things you are teaching them, the words, the vocabulary, I don't think I learned that in my first language in second grade. So I would love to hear if...
Oh, no, not at all.
Other people feel the same as I do.
I think from the people that I've interacted with here over the years, having done the same, we're all sort of like, I remember when I first moved here years ago, I had to teach, we were teaching animals and science second grade. And in the book, it said like oviparous and viviparous. And I was like, I don't know what those words mean.
I don't know what those words mean.
And it was for second grade. Oh, well, oviparous, like an O. It's like an egg. It's animals that are born from eggs.
I'm sorry, what?
And viviparous, like a V, is animals that are born from like the mother's womb.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm 30 years old and I didn't know this.
See, exactly.
And I'm good with vocabulary.
Can you guess?
I'm sorry, but
True.
I won the 4th grade spelling bee.
Well, that was, as we know, 20-some years ago.
Yeah, things have changed a bit.
Can you guess out of the 5 vertebrate animal groups, which ones are oviparous and viviparous?
I'm sorry.
Do you know the 5 animal
I don't know
groups?
the 5 animal groups. I mean, mammals are viviparous. Is that how you pronounce it?
Mammals are viviparous. They come from their
Mammals.
mother's womb.
Are marsupials a group?
Marsupials are mammals.
I sound like an incredible dumbass. I'm smart.
Are
but
you smarter
like,
than a 5th grader?
I'm
No.
not. Wait, so
Do you want me to tell you the rest of the animal groups?
reptiles.
Reptiles are an animal group.
They
Oviparous or
are-
viviparous?
What's the O one? They lay eggs.
Oviparous.
Oviparous.
Mm-hmm.
Mammals. Reptiles. Insects.
Those are invertebrates, not vertebrates.
Damn it. Okay. I give up.
Okay.
We'll spend the next
They're-
30 minutes guessing these.
We have mammals, reptiles, birds, fish, and amphibians.
Okay, that makes sense. I feel like I learned that.
Apparently you don't remember it, though.
And I don't remember it. I dumped that in the trash pile in my brain.
So all of them are oviparous except for mammals. The only
Okay.
invertebrates that are viviparous. Congrats. That's not congratulations.
I
You're
graduated 2nd grade science today.
welcome. You did. Well, animal part. The whole body thing is wild.
We'll save
But
that for
anyway.
another time.
Yeah. So yeah, I did do some work this weekend. This week, not this weekend. I haven't done a single piece of work all weekend. There's nothing to do.
That's the way to do it.
I know, right? But yeah, other than the little bit of work I've had to do, I haven't done anything else, really.
The most exciting thing I did this week, while we're on the topic of me sounding dumb,
Oh boy, this ought to be good.
I boiled an egg for the first time this week. And
What?
I love eggs. I
Wait, what?
love fried eggs. I love sunny side up eggs. I love over easy eggs, poached eggs. But something about like a hard boiled egg makes me sick. When I see someone eating a hard boiled egg, I'm like, you're a monster. What's wrong with you? But okay, hold. Okay. I know this is a very unpopular opinion. Very unpopular. But like if I were to go to a restaurant and order a salad and there was an egg on it, I'm totally fine with that. But nothing has ever made me think, I want a hard-boiled egg. Until yesterday.
Okay. I am okay.
Yes. So I was making a salad. I'm like, I'll put an egg on it. So I go through the steps. I hard boil the egg. I put it in its ice bath. We're all good. I'm ready to peel the egg. And I feel like I've started so many sentences like this, but there's this fitness person I follow on Instagram. And she posts tons of stories. And she apparently, she has like the perfect hard-boiled egg peeling trick. So she like will roll it along the flat surface on the counter, and then apparently it peels super easily. So I'm like, okay, I'm just going to do this method. But I think the problem is you're supposed to crack it a little bit first and then roll it on the surface. I'm just rolling it on the surface and nothing's happening. So I'm like, okay, let me use a little elbow grease. Let me push a little harder. I crushed the life out of that egg. It was flat in my hand. But it was still edible. I was going to chop it up anyway, so it was fine. But
did you have to like pick out the eggshell?
no, because it was still completely attached to the outside, but the egg was like the egg was
for those
not
of you who can't see,
oviparous.
it's like paper thin.
It was like a square.
Oh, Wow. Okay, there's a lot here. I can't believe you've never. Well, I guess if you don't like hard-boiled eggs, why would you be hard-boiling eggs?
Right.
Yeah, you absolutely have to like smack the egg on the counter and then roll. But even then, like every single time I do one, it's like, will it actually work and come out cleanly or not? And most of the time, it's a no for me.
So
Wow, that's exciting for you.
that was the most exciting thing that's happened to me this week.
That is sad.
It's really sad. It's sad, but this is where we are.
This is true. This is where we are. As a preview, I guess, for our message today, it has to do with, of course, France. And
what else will we talk about?
Yeah. Specifically has to do with Paris. And it's almost been in about a couple of weeks, it'll be a year since I've been to Paris, right before the pandemic.
It will be 5 years since I've been to Paris in a few months.
Has it been 5 years since
2016.
we went together?
We went together in 2016,
right.
End of April, early May.
5 years.
5
Actually,
years.
This is the 10th year since I first went to Paris.
Big year.
Which
10-year
sounds
anniversary.
so weird. Yeah, I feel so old. I'm not. Obviously, you're older. But
Thank you for always pointing that out.
I love to state the obvious. But I mean, I've been many times. And I could talk about it forever and ever. Amen. But do you have any? When the first time you went was when we went together. No.
Yeah, we went together. That was my first time in Paris.
Oh my God.
I have many.
What were your first impressions?
My first impressions.
5 years later, tell us.
Well, we had a wild ride to Paris. Like a wild ride. But overall, we can talk about that after the message.
Oh my God, I completely forgot about how we even got there.
How we got there was an adventure in itself. But
yeah, we have to talk about that later though. But what were just your first, like, if you had to say 3 words about Paris?
3 words?
Yeah.
You want me to say 3 words? Okay, here's what I was gonna say.
I'm gonna say like je t'aime.
I mean, je t'aime works. I loved it more than I thought I would.
You're not the first person who said that to me. Like, many people think that it's like overhyped, obviously, because like it is. But it does live up to the hype. I would.
It 100% lives up to the hype. And I wasn't afraid that it would be overhyped, but I think after having spent the year in the south of France and experiencing
in
that
wintertime.
vibe and really liking that, I was thinking I wouldn't love Paris as much. And I did.
Yeah, I guess that's true. Mine was the inverse. Like, I was Paris first and then south of France.
Yeah.
And, well, Paris is always, it's my forever and ever. I would die to live there again.
Same. Even though I
So
never
expensive.
lived there before.
But do you have 3 words?
Oh, you're putting me on the spot here.
I am. This is rude of me.
3 words. Okay. I feel like they're gonna be French words.
Oh.
So the
Bilingual podcast.
Hey. So the first one would be jardin because I love the gardens.
Oh, okay. That works.
Second word.
This is a true test. This is a bilingual French test.
This is a bilingual French test. Okay, so let's do this. Belleville.
Okay.
So it's like a beautiful city. That's very cliche,
okay.
but it covers
Mhm.
everything. And then, like I said, jardin, because the gardens might be one of my favorite places in Paris.
True. We went at a very nice time too. Like, it was perfect weather.
Perfect
which I will
weather.
say.
It was spring.
Not always the case.
It was gorgeous.
Yeah.
I mean, like bright green grass, flowers in bloom. It was perfect.
Yeah, true. Do you want to know mine?
Of course, I want to know yours.
I would probably say gray.
That's true.
Gray boulevards and black.
I mean, that comes from someone who has lived there. I'm very much giving the...
That's true, I guess, yeah.
I visited and it was a really great time point of view, whereas gray, black, and boulevards is if you've lived in Paris, I mean, that's what it is.
That's true. Like gray blah, 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 gray skies, but also like the buildings.
Yeah.
Black clothing and big boulevards.
Yeah. We got lucky. It was sunny when we were there.
So lucky. So, like truly, truly blessed.
We were blessed.
But you know who's going to be blessed now? That doesn't make any sense. Terrible transition. Let's get... I'm going to cut that out.
You know who else is blessed?
Who?
Alex. Because she sent us our very first message.
Yeah. So why don't we take a break and get into it?
Sounds good.
All right. So we're back. And like we said before, our message is from our friend Alex. Send it through Google Form. Should I just get into it? Should I read it?
Yeah, go for it.
Cool. All right. Sometimes I think about the time where you guys were the bestest of friends and lugged my suitcase from Grasse to Paris. The place we rented was so small that my big old suitcase had to go inside the bathroom while the rest of our things were slung about the room. Thinking of that bathroom/shower still gives me the creeps. What kills me the most about those couple of days was that we all had to share a bed. Mind you, we are all pretty tall and of decent weight. And I woke up in the middle of the night sweating because of the combined body heat I was receiving from the both of you. We also filmed our summary of our time in France. I called out Billy Fodale and asked Ted to edit that part out. Well, guess what? When that video was posted a few weeks later, my whole spiel, including the Fodale portion, was in the goodbye video. Honestly, those couple of days were some of the best. We didn't have any work to worry about anymore, and we just got to chill. Unfortunately, Bobby had to leave earlier because he had a life, whilst we did not. It only would have made the whole thing that much sweeter. This mini trip was when Mr. Woj introduced me to the crepe place near the Notre Dame, a joint that I took my brother to a couple weeks later and another friend a few years later, and which we all loved. It'll forever be a pit stop when I'm in Paris again, hoping it's there post-pandemic. Here's to hoping we can all go there together again. Anyways, here's my first letter to some of my greatest friends ever. I will 100% be writing it again since this letter could be so much longer. Just wanted to say that I miss you both tons. So happy that you're venturing into the podcast world because you guys are hilarious. Love you both always and forever, just like Laura Jean and Peter Kaczynski. Alex.
Oh, that warms my heart.
I know, honestly, same. And I was like, am I going to get emotional on this podcast at some point? Because that was not the plan.
Oh my gosh.
You crying?
No.
Oh, no, you're not.
We might end up getting emotional. I mean, that was a really great first letter.
Great first letter. So much to unpack.
A lot.
Well, since you brought up how we even got to Paris, I actually forgot about this. Can you
of course
detail how we got
I'm
there?
the storyteller of this group, so
this is true.
Alex brought her piano to France with her. Keyboard? Piano?
Yeah, like a keyboard piano.
Yeah, it was a keyboard piano. It was large. It was like as tall as her. I could be exaggerating, but whatever. So...
Like it was.
It was large, but she had family living just outside Paris, and she was going to go stay with them before going back home. So we were just going up to Paris for the weekend, you and I.
I was leaving.
Oh, yeah, you were leaving.
I had all my stuff.
You had all your stuff. Okay, so you have your suitcases, your backpack, your duffel bag. I was just going up for the weekend, but you were leaving. Mm-hmm. So we had all your bags. We had my backpack and a bag for the weekend. And then we took one of Alex's suitcases so she wouldn't have to get on a train by herself with piano, suitcases, backpacks, bags. So
yeah,
we took a train up to Paris 2 suitcases, 3 suitcases, backpacks, bags.
I think I only had 1 suitcase and a backpack and a duffel.
When I left
and
that
you,
country,
I think, had a small suitcase.
I had 3 suitcases.
Yeah, I had made that mistake previously and did not that trip. But yeah, because like we had to leave my place in Cannes. We stayed at your place in Nice.
Because I was close to the train station.
Exactly. And then we had to lug all that shit to Marseille. No, we didn't switch in Marseille.
We switched trains in Valence.
Oh my God, yeah.
And I remember that name because I remember being like, what on earth is there to do in Valence? And we were just stressed about switching trains and being able to get all this junk off one and onto the other.
Yeah. Because it wasn't like the train had already come from somewhere else. It was like packed full of people. You never know if there's going to be space to put your like fucking shit somewhere. And we had so much stuff. So yeah, I remember that being very stressful. But then we made it. But then we got to Paris and it rained, didn't it?
We made it. We hopped on the metro. We hopped on another metro line. We popped out and it was pouring rain. Yeah. And we dragged all this stuff to our Airbnb. We found the place. We dragged it all up the stairs. Got inside.
Do you remember
the kitchen was on top of the bed?
The name of the place was Le Petit Nid, which in English means tiny nest, and which doesn't even begin to describe how small that Airbnb probably still is.
It was a tiny nest.
Yeah. I mean, when Alex says in her letter, we all had to share a bed, like, and I think back now and I'm like, yeah, all 3 of us slept in that, like, double bed.
Yeah. It was a double bed because I think it was technically like a pull-out couch, right?
It must have been, yeah.
I think it was a sofa bed. All 3 of us were literally just like, we were like sardines. Mummies, like arms straight, just flat on our backs, nowhere to move.
I honestly don't even remember the bathroom shower situation.
I don't because
small, I'm assuming.
I mean, we had to store the suitcase in there. I don't think we spent much time in there.
Yeah, true. Yeah, that was a good area though, from what I remember. It was like the 11th arrondissement or something like
17th.
That. Yeah, super close.
11, 17. No, it was a
No,
really
are you sure
cool
it wasn't 11th?
It was the 17th because Mr. Prissy, I only stay in Passy. We need to be in the 16th. That was as close as we could get.
It was a very prissy time in my life. But I've grown since then. I now stay in other places, like Le Marais, which is just as expensive.
So that was
it took me a while reading this message. I was like, what crepe place is she talking about?
So this is too funny because I didn't love that crepe place. I remember going.
Where is it?
I swear it was just this tiny little place. Was it close to like what's the librairie that's super popular, and you know that one
that yellow
one street in the Latin Quarter, yeah, the yellow one, the street in the Latin Quarter, and it's got like the yellow bookstore, and then there's a few other places. I think like Amarino might be there.
The only place I can think of is like the quote unquote only place I go to get crepes in Latin Quarter, and it's not like a good place.
It was,
so that's why I was like,
it was just
confused.
A walk.
It's just like normal.
Yeah, it was just a walk up. We went there, but you said you always go there, so
I do.
I don't remember what kind of crepe I got, but I didn't love it.
I always see some people. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. I only ever get like mushroom cheese ham on there.
I was probably avoiding the ham, and you guys probably both got that one.
Yeah.
Well, of course you love ham. You live in Madrid.
No, I do not love Spanish ham. So sick of Spanish ham. I'm assuming that must be the place then. It's the first place I had a crepe in France ever.
It has to be the place.
Yeah.
So I'm open to trying it again. Maybe I'll like it the second time around. But it was so funny. You two were in love. We went and sat by the sun to eat these. And I was just like, yeah.
Oh my God, I gotta start journaling more. I should have journaled more at that time. I don't remember anything.
We all should have journaled more at that time. But for some reason, I have like very vivid memories of that trip.
Well, technically I journaled, but it was through video.
You did. You had a vlog.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's embarrassing.
We were vlog stars.
Oh my God.
And
yeah,
we make up all of the views on the vlog, pretty much.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we do. Yeah.
I would say like once a year, we all start reminiscing and rewatching the vlogs.
True, yeah. It's like one person in the group chat will be like, I watched such and such video, and then all four of us go back and watch all 30 some of them.
Yeah.
There's got to be at least 30. I don't even remember. But yes, I don't remember her also asking me to take out the Billy Fodali thing. Don't remember.
Yeah, so in Alex's message, we did film our like farewell video there because you were getting ready to head back to the States. She was going to go stay with her family for a bit. And then I was going back to Nice for a few more weeks before going back to the U.S. So we sat on that tiny little bed in that petite nid and filmed our farewell videos. And she did call out Billy Fodali.
She did.
I don't remember if she asked you to delete it or not. But
maybe she did.
Maybe
it's got to be in some footage somewhere on my computer.
Look it up.
I'll have to.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was one of the funniest things on earth. But it's like not funny to anybody else but the four of us.
90% of the things we find hilarious are probably only funny to us.
Oh, true. And
but I will
especially
say,
in those videos.
Oh, especially in the videos. But I do think we're hilarious. And she thinks we're hilarious. So at least one of our listeners thinks we're hilarious.
Yes. 3 if you count the 2 of us. Me when I edit
we're
this.
Also
and you
listeners to our own podcast.
Uh-huh.
Winning.
Right. So in those videos also, like in the 2 that there are of like our trip in Paris, there's that part where we did that like iconic in my mind photo shoot where we bought that French flag from like I don't even remember, like some stand.
It was like a tourist stand by the Eiffel Tower.
Mm-hmm. And we like staged these photos with my tripod of like each of us, obviously Bobby not there because he had already left. But us just taking photos of us with this French flag in front of the Eiffel Tower, which in hindsight, we look like complete assholes.
We do look like complete assholes, but I do have that photo hanging on my wall. So
it's an iconic photo.
Iconic.
But for people who like, they obviously can't see it, and I'm not even looking at one, but I already know without even looking at one. You can see one because it's on your wall, so you can confirm. But there is like so much garbage, not like literal garbage. Like there's shit in the photo that like should be taken out or framed out. There's like barriers. There's like dead grass.
Yeah.
There's like a bus maybe.
There was definitely a bus, like a tourist bus, double decker in some of them. But it's like we were on the Champ de Mars, like in front of the Eiffel Tower. What can you do? Everyone else in the world is there too.
True, but there's not even that many people I remember in those photos. But what I do remember is being like later in life, being like, why did we not like fix the background more? But it's impossible truly to fit everything.
Yeah.
But there is in the video, there's you. You are talking about something. Oh, it's the 3 of us together. So like it's on a timer. And these guys in front of us, do you remember this? Are like doing these like tumble routines. Yeah,
so there were this group of guys like recording each other. I think they were recording. And they were doing tumbling passes. Just, in the grass. And I was fascinated. You
were
off,
very
like,
into it.
setting up your tripod, getting all that sorted. And I'm just watching these guys staring, and I'm like, ooh, yeah, let's go. Hit it.
You keep saying like, yeah, hit. And like, it's on video. And it's like these guys are doing it.
I didn't even realize I was doing it. I was just like, this is normal.
Yeah. It's like one of the funniest. I mean, and we already talked about how we are the only people who thinks this shit is funny. But it is truly one of the funniest parts of that video to me.
It's great. It's
Honestly,
hilarious.
I should have rewatched that video before this. I'm going to rewatch it after this.
I am too. I'll rewatch them all.
I'm going to put in
Saturday.
the audio here. I'm going to put in the audio here of you.
These are my people. Well, they were at one time. Good. I wonder if they were just joking us socially.
Love your commentary the whole way. We're about done with the pod, little Missy.
Yeah, we're almost out of time. We could talk all day.
Yes, all day about Paris. Any thoughts? When do you think the next time you're going to be in Paris is?
I'm optimistic. I will be
True.
in Paris.
Well, you're also like vaccinated.
Halfway.
No, true.
Almost fully vaxxed.
Mm.
I will be in Paris the end of this year.
Wow. Bold.
Optimist.
Yeah, that's quite optimistic. I don't think I'm going to be in Paris until like 2022.
It's bold. 2022 is much more realistic, but
So
I'm
sad.
holding out hope.
It's like very high on my like post-pandemic trips I'm trying to go on.
Which should be pretty easy for you just because you're so close.
Oh,
Like
it's
as soon
like
as
an hour and a half, 2 hour flight.
Yeah. As soon as things start to open up again and you're able to travel, that's an easy
True.
trip to plan.
Well, that's it for today. As they say in Paris, bye-bye.
C'est tout.
It's terrible. What a great first letter. This sounds so ingenuine, but it's true. And I want to thank Alex for sending us a letter. I can't wait to hear more from her.
And as I promised in our first episode, if you send us a message, I'll send you a postcard. So I am sending her postcards.
That's easy because we know where she lives.
True. Very true.
Yeah.
You don't have to give us your address if you don't want to. It's okay.
No, but if you want a postcard, you're going to have to.
Exactly.
Yeah. So if you are inclined to receive one of those postcards, you obviously have to send us a message. You can do that two ways. Either call us at 202-630-4509 or send us an email at a messagefrompostcards@gmail.com. And if you love this, which most of us is just our friends and family, you do, leave us a 5-star review.
And subscribe.
But they should already be subscribed, right?
They should be. But what if they aren't?
Well, that would be rude of them.
Exactly. So subscribe.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. All right. Bye.
Ciao, ciao.